Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood what the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football, got to it, and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. He's going to float this one deep right. This is caught at the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return. Here he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Prescott to throw it. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check four.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
And Jeffrey's got it. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Yes, Mike. I'm coming for you. You mine.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Geronimo Allison, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Dan Bailey now for the extra point.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Oh, good move. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Newton to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
All day.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Open man is Allison, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
All day, just like that. Just like that. 24 is the mic. Here we go, here we go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win up...
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing. Prescott. He completes it to Jones. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he finds Safarian-Jenkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play?
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Third and long for Prescott. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. What do you think? Maybe a little disappointment there. They had a pretty nice drive going at the end of the half, and they have to settle for 3.
Well, definitely a little bit of disappointment there, because when you kick a short field goal, you shake your head a little bit like, could we have done a little bit more? Could we have gotten one more shot to try and get 6? But with what little time was left on the clock, I think it was a smart play.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? That would be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at Bank of America.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken about the 12. They find some open field here. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He returns the kick 88 yards to the house as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter. And boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Let's see what our player spotlight feature has in store with Dak Prescott. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Prescott, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day, baby.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
27 yards there, a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
26-yard line. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Check. Look.
On second down, Barkley. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down.
Gun. 24.
Out of the gun, Newton. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So now off goes Newton, and on comes the kicker, Graham Gano. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And I think Gano missed it. He did. He missed it. Off to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus...
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Prescott. Safarian Jenkins has it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Prescott from the gun on third. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On the run, this is Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott will leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Chris Jones in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
Great. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up.
They'll start out on the ground and Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there on a first down. They'll run on first down. Barkley. He'll have another first down and more. And finally brought down at the 38. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
20.
Play action. It's Newton. And going deep for him. And this is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Now Prescott. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Barkley, spinning away. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. They'll try the air now with Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Prescott to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Watch out for Hill on the return. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. And the Falcons sort of opening things up there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late
never say never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late. But now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now Newton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for two there, right? Up one, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
So Dak Prescott in the offense. Down by 40 seconds to go. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
You must get tired of seeing me. Shit! Watch the shit!
Prescott. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Here's Prescott. That one is caught by Hunt. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Prescott on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Express! Go get him! Go get him! Hey, alert 3!
They'll run it again with Barkley. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Pittsburgh, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2.